Hi everyone, my name is Swanand Khanzode, and I will be giving my presentation today on my technical writing intern experience at Ansys. So let's begin. I'm going to give you a brief idea about my background and what I did before Ansys. Like I said, my name is Swanand Khanzode. I am an undergraduate senior at the University of North Texas, pursuing my Bachelor's of Science in Technical Communication. I graduate in December of 2024. And before I started doing this internship at Ansys, I started out as a biomedical engineering major. And I realized that techcomm was my calling after I did an on-campus role at UNT, where I wrote reports about patents and technology. And that's basically how I realized that I wanted to pursue techcomm full time. And some of my hobbies include trying out new restaurants, especially Indian food in DFW, with my friends, and reading. I like to cook occasionally, and I also love playing ping pong. How did I get this internship? I got this internship in 6 simple steps. Um, I applied on LinkedIn. I got a recruiter email after that asking my availability and my interest in the role. And then after an initial phone call with the recruiter, I had a final round interview for 1 hour and 30 minutes. This was a long interview. And three of my team members interviewed me, including my current manager. And after that, I provided them with my work samples and I got the job offer at the end, which is always exciting. Um, I think the most difficult part was the final round interview. It was quite grilling. I had to show them my portfolio. I had to show them what I was working on, what my skills were. And basically, articulating yourself for 1 hour and 30 minutes is not easy. It's not easy to talk for that long, but we got through it. And now I had the job offer. So I'm going to tell you briefly about Ansys. This is the company line that they have on the website. Ansys empowers the world's most innovative companies to design and deliver transformational products by offering the best and broadest engineering simulation software to solve the most complex design challenges and engineering products limited only by imagination. It sounds very rosy. It sounds very good, and that is the case in mostly because ANSYS is an engineering simulation software that's been used by mechanical engineers and engineers in general for a long time. And it's a very old company. It's very established. It has locations all over the world. And I really am happy at this company, mainly because of my team, but also because I have always wanted to work for an engineering company and I'm getting that experience right now. So it's always great to do that. And I really love the company culture. They're open, they love to have open communication, which is very important. And I'm not held strictly to my job duties. I contribute whenever I can. I contribute to the best of my ability, and it's always a learning experience every day. So I'm just trying to, claw my way through this experience. I've quickly prepared a list of the job duties that were expected of me at the beginning and even expected of me today. Um, I have gathered, organized, and read and analyzed technical information, concepts, programs, and existing product information from various sources to document new or changing product functionality. I have written, format, and proofread technical information for technical and non-technical users, our customers, as well as our developers. And then I have created graphic aids, figures, charts within documents. I've used Snagit for graphic editing. I have used math type for equations and charts, which had complex equations. And then I'm also expected to make how-to topics using Camtasia. And there are other personal job duties that are required, such as to interact with different departments to make sure that the product information is reviewed and approved. We have a very strict approval process, and I think it's the same for most companies. And we use agile methodologies, so we use Git extensions for that, for our version control. And all of that is expected of me. The first project that I did at Ansys was I have supported various writers and engineers across product teams, including Sherlock, mechanical application, DPL, ACP, and the mechanical application itself. Ansys has a lot of different softwares. We have softwares for mechanical engineering, we have softwares for aerospace, we have softwares for fluid dynamics, and basically all the engineering fields, we have a software for it. So I basically edited the content in the documents to make them more user friendly. These documents are viewed by engineers who will use our product. And I also updated outdated documentation to align to Ansys's newest features. I did all of this with the help of a lot of my coworkers, and they were great people in supporting me. For my second project, I had some experience using Oxygen XML prior to Ansys. I had picked it up on my own in my senior year. And then I have built upon this knowledge, and now I have a hands-on experience on how to use Oxygen XML, both in author mode as well as in text mode. In text mode, you can directly edit XML. In author mode, you can look at the text, see how it looks like on your web page, and I basically, this has increased my knowledge of HTML and Markdown. And at the end of my internship, I will be presenting a style and unethical style presentation, which has been inspired by a presentation at the Carnegie Mellon University. I will soon be presenting about my to my team about style and ethical style. And then it's going to be based on my advanced technical editing course that I took at UNT. And I think that course has helped me a lot, especially with technical editing, because it really drives home the concept of consistency, the concept of making sure that you have clear and precise documentation, and also the fact that style and style guides matter. So that's basically what I'm going to do at the end of my internship. And then I will end with suggestions for ensuring ethical style in ANSYS documentation and communication. Um, and I'll just try to put my point forth on what the difference is between ethical and unethical style. And then for my project four, this is one of my largest projects. It has been running through each MAPDL or mechanical tutorial on ANSYS website. And this was for the last version that was updated for our software. And then critiquing the language that might be confusing for readers, making a list of the links that are either broken or not working, or maybe places that need links to different documents. And then I've also attributed to older documentation to its original authors, making it easier to divide the work when editing outdated screen captures or user interactions in the future. I really learned the importance of organization and how bulk work is done at these companies, because again, when we are just four people doing a project in class, it's very easy to keep track of who's doing what. But when it's more than 100 employees, 100 technical writers just doing their um, documentation every day, it's very hard to keep track of who's doing what. So using Git extensions is very important for that. Um, and the key takeaways and the challenges and lessons that I've learned from this internship are very valuable to me. I have learned advanced Oxygen XML. I now am comfortable with Git extensions, math type, Workbench, Azure DevOps for my pull requests, and Snagits for my graphic editing. And moreover, I really found it important to connect with different people differently. Engineers don't have time, writers are happy to help me. So I spend more time with the writers. I make sure that I'm not bothering the engineers a lot. The developers also do not have a lot of time to, talk to the writers. So I try to be as collected and as prepared before my meetings with these people so that I can get the most out of the 30 minutes that I can get with them. And then it can be also tough to balance multiple projects. It's crucial to learn when to say yes or no to expand your plate. I learned this the hard way. I decided to take on four projects with four different coworkers at a time. This was last month, and I'm still struggling with it. I'm done with two. I'm still underway with two. So know that it's very important to make sure that you say no if you really can't handle more work. And finally, the software is only as good as the way it's communicated. Ansys really prides itself on its documentation. We have a great documentation team, and we love that our engineers and the people that use our products are able to understand what we're saying, are able to we're able to get our point forth. We're able to make them understand how to use the software. And then some of the lessons learned were that comfortable writers can get smart quickly when understanding new tutorials, regardless of its technical documents. So this was something that I really pride myself on. I have a good grasping power, and I picked up how the software worked just by doing a couple of tutorials, and I really understood how some of the software works. And then um, excuse me. And then technical writing has many moving parts, many challenges presented every day. Again, every day is a new day at work. I try my best to make sure that I'm understanding what I'm doing. Sometimes it happens, and I think anyone who's watching this who will get an internship, this will happen to you as well. Um, if you don't understand what's going on, that's completely fine. If you feel like you have imposter syndrome, that's completely fine. It's all something that we all go through, and it's important to just keep going, try to get as much help as you can. All your coworkers are there to help you, they're there to support you. And I think the biggest advice that I will give you, this is going to sound a bit cliche, but I really think that you should be authentic, you should be yourself. Try not to pretend to be somebody that you're not, because that's not going to help you really learn anything through your experience. So make sure that you are really being yourself. It's okay to make mistakes, there's nothing wrong with it. People are there. You can't expect yourself to be perfect on day one, or you can't expect to be perfect by the end of your internship either, because it takes years for writers to really understand what's going on. So it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay, but you have to learn from them. And I think anyone who's watching this, if you get an internship, I'm sure you will have a good experience with it. And finally, I think Ansys is an amazing company to work for. My team is amazing, they are always ready to help me, they're always ready to chip in whenever I'm struggling. And it's really a welcoming environment that I get every time, even though my internship is remote. I've never had the feeling that I'm not in the office. There's always some kind of team bonding activity going on, some kind of joke that's going on our teams. So it's always fun to participate in these tiny gestures so that we can stay connected as a team. And then these are my long-term career goals. I want to continue technical writing. I want to make sure that it's connected to humanities because it's now very crucial. And once I graduate in December, I would love to start working full time in the field, maybe get a full-time job. And then my recognitions would be my amazing manager, Julie, who's always helped me. They've guided me and offered me a helping hand in this. Leanne, Tim, Nancy, Nelly, Sean, Marianne, and the whole MBU Docs team. I want to thank them for their encouragement and their welcoming attitude throughout my internship. They have been amazing, like I've said multiple times through this video. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you.